What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Matt Cole, wide receiver out of McKendree University. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a D2 school. But he has signed with the Miami Dolphins. And he's going to be the first undrafted free agent that I'm taking a look at. And I took a look at his film. Now, a lot of these guys, a lot of these undrafted guys, I did have a hard time finding a bunch of film on them. And Matt Cole is one of them. I mean, he's a D2 player. But what little film I could find, I liked it, honestly. And I just like his story. You know, obviously he's a D2 school player, so he wasn't getting that much attention. But then he kind of made like a little YouTube channel and put some highlight reels on there, and yeah, he's getting some attention, and for good reason. I don't know how complete of a receiver he is. His route running's not super great. I couldn't find enough film to really determine how good his hands are. But as a receiver, he's pretty raw. But what he does bring is speed. He is really fast. He has true breakaway speed. As far as the receiver goes, I think the best thing to do with him is to just let him do yak things, let him do some end around, throw him some screens, stuff like that, and just kind of let him get yak. But I don't think receiver is necessarily going to be his best bet. His best attributes all go towards special teams. And not just as a kick and punt returner, but on the kicking punt team as well as a tackler. To kind of get into some of his stats a little bit, because I wrote them down here. For receiving, he had 939 yards last year and 12 touchdowns. So, yeah, that kind of just shows off what he can kind of do as far as numbers goes. Like I said, he's fast, and he can be a deep threat for you just because of his speed. Obviously, at a college like this, quarterback play was pretty limited, so keep that in mind as well. But really, like I said, his best attributes are all on special teams. He had 625 kick return yards and a 27-yard per average rate. And then for punts, he had 208 yards and a 24 average rate. So that's pretty solid. And I think special teams is definitely going to be the role for him, especially early on. I think if he really shows off on special teams in preseason and through training camp, I think that's going to be his best opportunity to make this roster. And the thing is, this dude is just ultra competitive. Like, you can see that on film. He's not afraid of contact at all. I mean, he's not like super powerful or anything like that. He's only 5'10", 197 pounds, so he's not like super powerful. But I've seen him shed contact just because of effort. And he actually does have a little bit of wiggle to him. He can make some people miss here and there, but I actually am curious to see what he can do on defense, because let me tell you, his tackling is solid. Like on like the kick team and stuff like that, he flies out there. And not only does he wrap up tackle people really well, but I've seen him really lay some wood and lay people out. Like, it was shocking to me. Like, a part of me kind of is curious to see what would happen if he gained a little bit of weight and we moved him to strong safety. Just let him try to play in the box and let him hit people and use that speed. I'm kind of curious how that would look. But right now he's a receiver. I think you can do some running back things with him a little bit. You know, kind of do some end around things, you know, stuff like that. I think you can move him around a little bit, but special teams is definitely going to be where he is going to make his money. As far as where he usually played at receiver, he did usually play in the slot. And I think that is probably his best bet, just kind of use his speed to get under safeties and linebackers. I don't know if I really want him being on the outside too much. I mean, you can do it a little bit just because of how fast he is. But, yeah, I'm really rooting for this guy. Like, he's really entertaining to watch. I was actually kind of shocked by how talented he actually is. And I am very curious to see what he does in preseason. Because, like I said, he's going to really have to show out on special teams. Because that's going to be his niche to fit on the NFL rosters. Oh, and as far as his hands go, like I mentioned before, there's not a whole lot of film out there on him, so I couldn't really determine how good his hands really were. But one thing I will say, he has shown some flashes of having really good catches, a couple one-handers and stuff like that, so keep that in mind. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.